represent the Green Bay Packers, taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Another Packers first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You gotta be kidding me.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 10 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up.
These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
He was tackled.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Now Tannehill. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
On the carry.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
The 11-yard
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
A yard on the play. And it's third down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, he took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said forget about the sticks. We want 6.
Makes the score Titans 10, Packers 7.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
From the 24, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Aaron Rodgers.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Tannehill. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And the Packers are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Humphries on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. Oh, spinning away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get...
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory.
Green Bay Packers.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the option, it's Rodgers. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it again with Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
So after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down, good luck. He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
Something
far,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after the... This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries.
Tannehill's pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Here's Tannehill. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphries. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
By the defense.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. They'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it will wind up just being incomplete. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Staying on his feet. And this is caught at the 8. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
To the air again, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up.
Tannehill's pass complete.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Inches at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Covered by Kevin Byard.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 1st down, Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. 3 straight incompletions. They don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the red zone now, Tannehill got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That is caught inside the 5. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, they're now a win away from a perfect regular